Yeah, going into this, there were a lot of emotions. I really tried to shut them all out. I didn't really want to tap into that. I didn't want to play into the emotional side of things. I didn't want to go into the UFC jitters that everyone talks about. I really just wanted to kind of stay level-headed. I listened to my teammates who've been here and have made that walk before. Try to take the 3 deep breaths beforehand, soak it in. I knew I was coming in first, so I kind of wanted to let all that emotional stuff play out and just settle in. And I felt like we did that.
Sure. I guess just talk us through the decision. Like, were you ever at all worried it was a very one-sided fight from most people's point of view?
Yeah, the first round was a little bit of feeling out, taking it on 2 weeks' notice. I wanted to make sure I had some stuff left in the tank in the third, so if it went that far. And I just listened to my coaches, man. I'm very coachable, and that's what got me here. I didn't want to change that up. They're saying a lot of footwork, so we were just feeling out a lot in the beginning. And as we went into the second round, I felt like I opened up a little bit more in the third, and took a couple extra shots in some of those areas. But for the most part, felt like I could take what he was throwing. So I started sitting in the pocket a little bit more. But in the debut, I didn't really want to open up, take too many chances, especially since I felt like we were edging them out in the first and second.
I mean, you said you didn't want to take too many chances there. So is there more to come from you? Do you think you're going to be a bit looser in the next fight?
Yeah, I definitely got a lot more to put out there. I definitely held back a little bit for debut purposes and just trying to solidify the win, as well as the 2-week camp and really making sure. I know he's a durable kid, tough kid, ranked, so I did want to make sure that I didn't get too cocky or anything, leave my hands low, take any crazy shots, because he can capitalize,
What kind of shape were you in when you took the fight? Did you have to cut a lot of weight?
Probably the worst shape in the last 10 months, to be honest. I just got back from cornering my teammate Rob Font in Vegas 8 days in a row. Came back. Weight was good. I was surprised about that. We're working with perfecting athletes now. They got me walking 10 pounds lighter than I normally do. So that was a blessing in itself, that when I did get this opportunity that I was waiting for my whole life, I was worried about making short notice weight, and it wasn't an issue this time. I actually came in the day before weigh-ins and cut less than I did my last fight. So weight was good. I just didn't know where my cardio stood, and that's why we were kind of doing a lot of footwork, picking our battle, and I reserved enough to get the decision, man. Very, very happy with everything that went down tonight.
You've been in the sport for a long time. To finally get the call, but it being on 2 weeks' notice, how do you balance those emotions? Like, was there a part of you that said, you know what, I'm not going to take this because you've been waiting for so long?
Well, not in that sense. It was more like a holy shit. The phone call came in. Am I ready? All these doubts. You fill with fears and doubts. To get that phone call, to take it, I noticed that I shine best when I put my back against the wall and fight my way out of these situations that we get ourselves in. You learn a lot about yourself in these opportunities. And like I was saying, opportunity waits for no one. If I didn't step up and take this shot, who knows when I get another one? And then I'm not trying to live with the regret. I'm very happy that I listened to my coaches, my management, Tyson Chartier. We stepped up, we took the opportunity, and we powered through, man. Definitely a lot of emotions, but like I said, I really, really focused on not playing into any of them, and I'm going to reflect on them now that we're on the other end.
Are you still a promoter? Do you still have your own promotion?
Yes, sir. It's very fulfilling. I love providing a stage for local guys to get this opportunity that I got, to get to the next level. I love building guys to that opportunity, and currently I have my next show September. So the week before I went for Rob's fight, I actually had an event. So I didn't really get too much training and preparing. It's just like a fight, but I had a show in July, and then I went right into Rob Font's fight camp, 8 days in Vegas. So those 2 weeks were tough before I took the 2-week fight, but we came in and we just worked hard and powered through. As Coach Mark Delagrati says, the only way out is through.
How does your experience as a promoter change how you approach your career as a fighter?
I think they go hand in hand. As far as I haven't really settled in on it completely yet, but I know that they benefit from each other. When I promote, I'm in the gyms training. I'm dropping off tickets still to the fighters that are selling tickets to make their money, grinding. And when I'm dropping off those tickets, I'm training with them. I'm making a session out of it. And it allows me to cross-train, allows me to really get thick in the MMA community from New England. It's a tight-knit area, and I'm just proud to represent them on the national stage tonight.
How long do you see yourself being a promoter for? Do you think there's going to be a point in your fighting career where you might have to pick between the two?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. You know, fighting on a local level, the money's not always there. So I had to make a decision. You know, as I was getting older, I love the sport. I love being involved, and being on the promoter side, it allowed me to kind of do both. Continue to train, continue to make some money, and like I said, it's very fulfilling to be there. I just get a nicer seat now at the shows. I'm cage side. I'm listening to the pounding. I'm seeing what these guys go through, and it's like. You know, being around it, you get that itch. I had that 3-year layoff with my hand and then taking over the promotion. And every time I was at each show, I just get that itch. And, you know, working back with Sityo Tong and, you know, Carlos Neto, 617 Fight Sports, I feel like in that 3-year layoff, I developed a great team. We got perfecting athletes with the nutritionist. I got, you know, crew Mark at Sityo Tong. I got the management side. I got, you know, Neto. I really have a good team around me right now. I see Rob Font, Tony Martin, going out and performing on the national stage, and it just shows me that, you know, I could do it too.
And just curious, did you notice anything this week, being a part of the biggest promotion in the world, that you're going to try to adapt into your own promotion, and if so, what?
My whole career, I've done that. You know, I've things I like, things I didn't like. The professionalism here is unbelievable, you know, down to the locker rooms, the water, the food, everything out back. You better believe I'm hitting that ice cream stand before I get out of here. I love it, man. Look, the cameras, the production side is a lot into it. I go out in the show, I'm looking at the lights, you know, in the cage. I'm like, man, this production cost an arm and a leg. So, yeah, I take it all in, man, from all angles. And I'm just happy to, really more than anything, fulfill a dream of mine. I've always envisioned that walk, and really, when I said yes to the fight, I never know who's on the card I fight on, you know, but I'm looking at it, I'm like, holy shit, I'm on one of the best fight cards of the year, you know. What a blessing. I couldn't write it up better than this, and it's everything I hoped and more, man. I'm, yeah, very, very happy.
You said you had nerves out there, but you looked really comfortable. So when did they shut down? Was it when they locked the cage? Do you remember a time when you were like, okay, I'm at home and I'm comfortable?
I tell you, man, opening round, like Rob was telling me, he's like, listen, man, you're going to go out there and you're just going to feel great. And I don't know if I said I felt the nerves. It was more like I just tried shutting out the emotions. I felt like I did that pretty well. You always kind of get this weird thing. It's like, you know, you feel like inside, you know, you're calm, but you don't want to feel flat. And you get out there, and then all of a sudden you start throwing some shots, and, you know, you just realize all this stuff that you got going on, the pre-fight, the week of, you know, that's the new stuff. But when you get in the cage, that's what you've done your whole career. So I just tried shutting out everything leading up, you know, relying on my coaches and my team for getting me ready for that opportunity when I stepped in there and the doors shut. And from there, it's what I've done my whole career. So yeah, really good coaches, good teammates, walking me through it, telling me what to expect beforehand. And like I said, I came back from Rob Font's fight 8 days in a row. I was just there for the whole process. You know, it really helped bridge the gap for this opportunity. I felt like I've been here before, you know.
Anyone else you look at in the division and you think that's a fun fight?
Man, you know, I just took out one of the top guys, top 15 in the featherweight division. That's on 2 weeks' notice. You know, imagine what I could do a full camp. Let's, you know, whoever's out there, I'm gonna let my management, you know, take a look at who's out there and what's what. But I'm ready to go, man. I'm very happy to arrive.
Considering how eerily composed you were for your UFC debut, in hindsight, can you say that having a late notice call was somewhat of an advantage to not give you too much time to think about it or anything of the sort?
You know, I really tried thinking of it like that. In any situation, I try to look at things in a positive note. There's definitely a lot of pros to it. With the weight being where it's at, you know, the weight cut wasn't too much. I didn't go through a hard camp, didn't beat the hell out of myself in training. It was a lot of mitt work, a lot of sharpening up, a lot of road work. You know, just kind of dotting the I's, crossing the T's, and not forgetting that I've done this my whole life. You know what I mean? And that's the big thing, not overthinking it, and just coming out and making the best of every opportunity that's in front of you. No matter how big, you know, you step up and make the best of it, and that's what we did, man. You know. Yeah, so definitely some pros on the short notice camp. I wouldn't recommend it for all the fights, but I took a lot away from it this time.
Thanks,
Congrats.
guys. Thanks, guys.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.